Oh my god, expose you. Expose, 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 expose. It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vagina. Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 Expose.
Oh, you're ready for some action tonight. You're ready for action.
You are exposed.
Yeah. Why am I still getting hate? I don't know, motherfucker. Why are you getting hate? Why are you getting hate?
Pissed. I was going to write a script for this
I don't know,
video.
why am I still not on
am
the
I
screen?
still
I
getting
know why,
hate?
because I didn't cross the I out on the intro in OBS.
Let's go inside the
Did not
story.
cross that I out. It's time for some Saturday night exposure. What's up, everybody? Today we ended up being a 4. It was only, I usually don't like going over 3 videos, but then Sony dropped that apology. Why is your comment dark? What do you mean? And I was like, ooh, no, man. I actually had 15 throughout the day, but 15 milligrams. Ooh, the super chats. Review Wings DSP. Rody Strong. Thank you for popping the super chat, Cherry, and review Wings DSP. Hi, Dad. Yeah, you guys saw that video about bounce alerts that I did today, right? Wasn't that funny? Oh, we weren't doing anything wrong. By the way, we'll shut you up by letting you finding a RTX 3080 for you. Why would you offer me anything if you think you're in the right? I think getting a mod will cute my sting. You could get a mod. Why did you should have? Did you ask me before to be a mod? Ah, man. Dude, I was like, when they sent me that, I was like, fuck you. Really? You are more baked than usual today. Yeah, I took one at 5:30, and then I took one at 1. I'm really feeling this one, though, man. I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's just your salt. You're here instead of Spawncast. Man, that's a humbling thing. The Spawncast is excellent. The Spawncast is quality, man. It's quality. Yeah, you know, I was saying yesterday, I have come to a very important conclusion in my life. That I just don't like Mario. I just don't like Mario Sunshine. I can't confirm to multiple sites Series X is $30 cheaper than PS5 in Canada. Why is it only in Canada cheaper? How did that happen? We got Bruno Nara coming through with $10. RDX, explain that. Usually shit's more... Well, I know it'll be more expensive in the States. Why does the Spawncast suck? They don't suck. Oof. What's up, the media, Chad? I know I'm stoned. I just thought my chair was my cat walking into my room. Walmart is no longer... They stopped taking pre-orders the day of. Or you mean for the year? I sometimes think people forget it was hard to develop for PS3. It'll take something major for devs to be on to work on making them backwards compatible. But dude, you realize... I look like the MGN lion right there. You realize that there's a successful community-made emulator that people are running smoothly with a majority of games on an FX 8350. How is the community getting it to run? And a major corporation that designed the hardware can't get an emulator to run. I don't buy that, man. I don't buy that. I don't know, but both consoles don't come up to 500 American is less. Look on the source.ca. Disney Aviation Roller Coaster Enthusiast 2019. What a name for the year. Oh. I assume that. Do you think scalpers are going to ruin the Xbox order? Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, man. I mean, does the Pope shit on my chest? Of course they are. I don't know why bouncer alerts is... Because I guess if you start encroaching on something like bounce alerts... It's not bounce... I just realized it's bounce alerts. If you start encroaching on things like that, then you start poking at the capitalism hornet's nest. Like you could... It could start to lead down the slippery slope, so I get that. But... I don't know. I mean, that it's just so obviously artificially inflating the market by using this bot software. It's so shady. Can you talk about the message that Amazon is sending? I got the same thing. Well, I don't know. I got the same message, dude. It may just be a cover our ass general message. I ordered mine. Why am I yawning so much? Probably because I'm lit like a fucking Christmas tree. I ordered mine the 16th. So I'm like in the kind of very early club for them. So I know I have a pretty high chance of getting it on time from Amazon. I ain't trusting it though. Jim Ryan is turning into the next Don Matrix. Yep, that's what I said in my video. Or did I? Yes, maybe I did. Yes, I did. Did you see the official specs of the PS5? 15.4 inches tall, 4.09 inches deep, and 2.28 inches deep. All I can say is, damn, she thick. Yeah, she is thick, boy. She's thick. But you know what? If they had to make it thick with a C, make it that thick for it to not overheat, I don't care how thick it is. It could be as thick as me. My whole body. And you got to put the disc between my butt cheeks to load the 4K Blu-ray. That's fine. Some leaked benchmarks of the 3090 have come out. It seems like the card is only 5% faster than the 3080, but it might be too early to tell. That would be sad. That would be sad. It only has 20% more CUDA cores, I believe. So that might be accurate. That might be accurate. It puts the lotion in the basket. If I'm going to keep yawning, I'm just going to make jokes out of my yawns. Hey, Rich, decided to build my first PC. Ryzen 7 3700X, excellent chip. RX 580 and 32 gigs of RAM. Not sure how good that is. That's excellent. And that RX 580 is a good starter GPU. Could do some 1080p, 1440p gaming at like medium and high settings. The amount of RAM is... What's the speed of the RAM? I'm curious. But hell of a computer. It's great. That's a good starting point. And then... even with that 30, if you overrun it, like, man, I'm really liking gaming on PC. I want to get more into it, get a better GPU. You can move on to Big Navi, or you can move on to Turing. That's what you can do. Thoughts on the 3DS being discontinued? Was that a surprise? I saw that. I keep on thinking this is my fucking cat. I saw that, and I was like, I knew it was coming. You know, that the 3DS is being discontinued. And It was time, man. You know how I knew too? I knew for a while, but like when they started selling like the new 2DS for like $90 with a game and everything, yeah, I knew that its days were numbered. Is anyone truly surprised with the pre issue, PS5 pre-order issue? Like, I don't think it is due to my butt farting in the wind. Due to consoles always having a launch issues we've had in the past. I actually think, yeah, I missed your super chat, Patrick. Did I? Where did you go, Patrick? You were more baked than usual today. Yes, I talked to you before. I didn't miss your super chat, dude. I answered that. Is anyone truly... Oh, I go 7 inches deep, if you know... okay. Is anyone truly surprised? Like, I don't think it is, but due to high consoles always having launch issues in the past, like I said to you, I think it's because they surprised butt-sex to everybody that a lot of people end up getting pre-orders that they didn't think would. And everyone's like, oh, Rich, you're only thinking that way because you got pre-orders. I'm like, no, if I didn't, I would still think the same thing. You know what I mean? Rich, I agree with you about the scalpers bots with bots. Do you feel the same way about someone like me that pre-ordered 2 and planning on selling 1 for profit? I'm not a fan, to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, it's the same thing. You're doing... I know Griffin Gaming selling an extra PS5. He's straight... Look, it's legal. I don't personally condone it, but it's legal. But you having 1 and Griffin Gaming selling 1 extra PlayStation 5 is different than these fucks who use like bounce alerts to like buy 50 of the fucking PS5 or RTX 3080 and then flipping them and artificially making them scarce. So you're not in the same level as those fuckers. You know what I'm saying? I go 7 inches deep, if you know what I mean. I go 3 inches, so I got you beat. 3DS being continued. Thoughts and its legacy. Dude, if you think about it, it had a hell of a long life. First came out in 2011. I remember Reggie Fils-Aimé coming out with it. It was like that seafoam blue. And had a long shelf life, man. And it's still a good system. Like, if you could find a 2DS new, I would still pick one up. There's so many fucking games for it. So many games. You'll never, even if you're a hardcore gamer, you'll go through them quick. You'll go through them real quick. You won't go through the games quick, I mean. Listen, I can't do more than 2 things at once, so get an exposed mug in the link description below along with other merchandise. Amazon sent the same email when the Switch was available for pre-order. So yeah, it's to cover their it's to cover their ass. It's to cover their ass, and I don't blame them. I would do the same thing because you don't know. Maybe something will happen with the shipment with Sony. Maybe there will be manufacturing issues. Maybe Sony was lying and denying the manufacturing issues, and there actually is manufacturing issues. I'm just speculating. I know nothing to verify that, but you know, shit could happen. So Amazon's like, look, you got to pre-order, but you know, just in case. Hey, Rich. So, Jacob, hey, Rich, hope you're having a great day. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Jacob. And just want to spread some love. Spread some peanut butter love. And Patrick, I answered your super chat. Hey, Rich, do you expect the Series XS pre-orders like with the PS5, or is that a one-off this gen because of the Sony brand? Do you expect a rush? I don't know. I'm hoping they're easy to get. I don't want them to be a pain in the ass to get. Sorry, the thirst is strong. Rumor, Xbox, only 1 per house. No, I believe it. Only 1 per household? Well, that's still fine with me because I want to get a Series S and Series X. I don't want to get... You know, that's... All I wanted was a digital edition PS5 and a disc version of the PS5. The only reason I got and it's still a might, because like I said, I got that alert from Amazon, and my order isn't, I don't think my order is guaranteed. I only end up getting 1 PS5 or none, is because I was like, I felt like something was off with my GameStop order. someone in the stream got turned on by my burps. Someone in the stream was like, Rich, Amazon right now has pre-orders. So I was like, look, I don't trust my GameStop order. It just seems weird, even though it seems now more stable than my Amazon order. So I ordered another digital edition, one of the bundles there. And that's why I ended up with 3. And again, it's not 3 of the same. It's one full. I only wanted one full, one digital. But now if in an ideal world I end up getting 3 with my unboxing video, the ultimate PlayStation 5 unboxing video, hopefully that video even fucking happens. If I get all 3, again, keyword is if, I will be giving one away to my subscribers. So there you go. So I'm not even console hoarding. I'm going to have one digital, one regular PS5, and the other one I'm giving away. I'm not reselling it or anything. So nibble on my butt cheeks like they were corn on the cob. Guess I will have to save up $900 for PS5, lol, but I need to get a 4K TV first. I have a hard time saving money, so I hope that I can this time learn how to save. I learned late in life how to save. Luckily, I learned in time to not become DSP. If I didn't get that Amazon email, should I be good, right? Delivery issue email. I don't know. Do you sure it didn't go like a junk folder? I think it's just something they may have sent out to everybody, man, to cover their ass cheeks. Hey, Rich, just got my first job since the 3080 was sold out. Got a Herman Miller Aaron instead. I know it's going to be available for the Quest, but when I saw that Sniper Elite is coming to the Quest and Quest 2, I was like, I got to keep that Quest 2 order. I got to keep that Quest 2. It's just so much fucking fun. What is a Herman Miller Aaron? Hey, Rich, how are you? I just saw your video talking about Sony and backwards compatibility. I honestly would have thought the PS5, I would have bought the PS5 just for the PS1, PS2, and PS3 backwards compatibility. I don't get them. It's Jim Ryan. He does not believe in backwards compatibility. There's interviews of him saying it. He's like, what did he say? He was playing a game on the, I don't remember, forgot. Maybe it was one of the Gran Turismos, and he was like, this looks so dated. Why would anybody want to play this? And I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Like I said in my video today, Fear is not a good looking, I mean, you could do mods to it now for the PC, but it still looks very dated, but it's one of the best first person shooters fucking ever. Who cares that it looks dated, Jim? He has Gordon Ramsay's hair. The bounce alert message was so dumb of them. Now thousands of people know they're pricks, keep calling out BS. Yeah, they're complete shit. I think my PSU is enough for the RTX because I powered an R9 3090 and the card has a TDP. Okay, but here is the thing though. NVIDIA for a 3070 thinks you should have 650 nipples. 650 watts. That's their recommended, and 80 plus certified. It should be. You got to make sure you 80 plus certified. Don't make me talk ever. I'm kidding. 650 watts, 80 plus certified. Make sure your power supply meets those recommended system specs for the 3070, and you'll be just fine. Do you smoke green or just edibles? I actually got a vape pen. Their oil is... I'm going to try it. I'm not going to do it often, even though I don't really like putting anything in my lung. Any lungs in my thing. I don't know. I like edibles, though. Nah, bro, no email anywhere for me, at least. Okay, so maybe you're one of the super lucky ones. I'm running an Asus. Did you hear that Halo 3 ODST is coming to PC next week? Oh, great. I don't like Halo ODST. But it's nice that they're finally completing they're going to begin to complete the Master Chief collection on PC. Master Chief. He's a master of chiefs. Hey, Rich. Morning glory. Hey, Rich. I ordered a Quest 2 at the time of the event, then canceled and ordered the next day. How long do you think? Dude, I ordered yesterday, Morning Glory, and I'm still getting mine on the release date, the 13th. I'm looking forward to it, man. All the reviews say it's great. They say the head strap, but I got that elite package coming with it, so my head strap is going to be nicer. In Canada, the Xbox Series S is 120 less than the PS5D. Oh. So Series S is 100. Oh, so it's a much better... so it's more competitive pricing. More competitive. More competitive. Hold on a second. I got... Master Chief got something for you. There's Master Chief. Hey, Rich, what 2 terabyte SSD out there would you suggest for the PS5? I don't know yet. We have to see. We got to see, because we got to make sure it meets Sony's specs. Just like I got to meet Sony's pecs. If Sony had pecs, if a corporation had pecs. Like, imagine if Sony's building, man, like their corporation, like their corporate offices was shaped like 2 epic muscular man nips. Rich, I ordered a PC from CyberPower on Thursday morning with a 3080. So hype and waiting for years for an upgrade. Did you see the leaked 3090 benchmarks? I heard they're not impressive. Man. Yo, you see people bidding troll scalpers, some of them $10,000. Yeah, they're trolling the bids. Fuck them. I love it. Also, it looks like some vanished from eBay, so I don't know if Nvidia canceled. They probably did. I love it. Fight for your right for no scalping. Hey, Rich, I broke a pin and bent some others in my CPU socket when swapping CPUs, so now I'm running on an old PC. Got to make sure the triangles match up, boy. Got to be careful, Bingo Cat. Be careful. Inka, Play Asia showing Japan PS5 2 terabytes. Your thoughts? That'll make me regret that I have 3 of the other one possibly coming. I almost guarantee I'm not going to get. I think at best I'm going to get 1 of the 3 PS3s that I pre-ordered. That's really another reason that I did it, so I at least have something to show on this channel for next gen. Habada hoobada hebada habada hoobada habada hiya 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 hiya. I've been scalping Switches, selling tablets, and reshelling Joy-Cons. COVID took my job in this. I've been making ends meet because unemployment ended. Okay, I mean, how much are you selling them at? I mean, if you're reshelling Joy-Cons and selling tablets, like if you're selling them at competitive prices, that's not really scalping, dude. Can I replace parts in a Pred Orion 3000 that fit? I don't know what a Pred Orion is, dude. I don't even know, Liam James. What are you doing to me? You're making Daddy confused. Did you hear about Walmart wanting to do in-person pre-orders on the 22nd but backtrack because of pandemic, so I don't know what Walmart's going to do? Yeah, no in-person. No in-person. No in-person. That fart was wet. That fart was satisfying. It wasn't wet. It wasn't wet. It wasn't wet. The moisture level of it was like a 0.5. I guess Sony helped me put my money into a new PC. Why? Because you couldn't get a PS5? Wet farts. Wet farts. Some people will call them sharts. Sharts are farts that have some moisture. Skid-a-bit-a-bit-up. I don't know how to end this song. It was wet, don't lie. It wasn't wet. It wasn't wet. Wasn't wet. Wasn't wet. It was not wet. I don't know if I would smoke or anything on stream. Yeah. I don't think I would. I don't think I would do that. Dang it, Rich, I have headphones on. LOL. Well, anyways, I might get a CPU cooler and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Hope my PC will stop lagging on GTA 5 Online. Why are you lagging? That game doesn't really require high specs. Doesn't require high specs. Imagine if I talk like this for the rest of the stream. Will scalpers ruin the 4000 series launch? Does the Pope shit on my chest? He does. The Pope shits on my chest. By the way, before people get offended, that's from The Big Lebowski. Does the Pope shit in the woods? That's the line. It's not me. So yes, scalpers will ruin it. Scalpers will ruin it. Thought on TikTok getting banned. It's like one of the last fucking things we have to worry about, but Ben Stiller. Am I a scalper? Fuck no. Why buy shit? PS5 headset review. Tip, when doing a super chat, do not click the remember next time button, which enables quick purchases. Do you think New York is dying financially? No. Lots of people are leaving. That's why I asked. No. I don't think New York is dying financially. I've been getting 5 to 15 FPS in summer update, and a lot of other PC users have as well. So I don't know if you're... That may just be a problem with the game, with them updating code. I don't know if upgrading... What parts do you have now, boy? Yo, Dickers. What's up? I'm watching Sopranos for the first time right now, but I saw you were streaming, so here's $4.99. I'm also hanging with Mary Jane. Later, Space Cowboy. Later. Any tips on copying the Series X? I'm going to run around naked in Best Buy and scare everyone out of the store. That's how I'm going to get one. I'm not serious, but that would be funny. Be very funny. Do you think bounce alerts will cause some issues with the Xbox Series S, X/S pre-orders on Tuesday? They could. That's what the fucking script they sell you is intended to do. Exactly. Thank you. That's what the script is intended to do, is to fuck over the average consumer. So, big ups Conway Conman. I see that. Griselda. Robin Avery is dead. I hope you're not dead. How would you be dead in typing? Rich, name a president that could unite the country more than The Rock. My day was a busy day. It was a busy. It was busy. It was a busy day. My friend broke his nips today. Pray for him. How does one break a nip? Or you mean hips? Hope you don't mean hips. It's actually pretty dangerous. But if you broke his nips, how does one break a nip? I got 8 gigabytes of RAM. i5 8400. That's actually 4 cores, or is that 6 cores? I don't remember. My friend said my CPU throttle might be getting too hot. RTX 2070. 2070 Super Founders Edition. Now 85, is that a 4 core or 6 thread, 4 core or 6 core chip? Do you think doing the financing route in the Series X would be a better chance of getting a pre-order? Nope. That's what they don't know when they're actually launching it, and you know why they don't know, because they don't know how much stock they're going to have. Her favorite guy is named Ben Dover. Ha! It's 6 core. Okay. Maybe you should try repasting it. Take off the cooler, put some fresh, nice, good thermal paste, thermal grizzly. You know. Thermal grizzly. Thoughts on Cold War Alpha? I have not played it. Pat my groin. Oh yeah, I'm baked. Pump up the... Why, my volume? My volume is low? Hey, daddy. Change my depends. Liquid cool. I like air. I'm not a fan of liquid cooling. The only time I like liquid cooling Let me grab a pizza. I had about 15 milligrams throughout the day, not at once. I like AIOs, like closed loops that all you got to do is just put it on, basically like you hook up the radiator to the top with the fans, and then you pinch a loaf, and then that's it. Those work well, but doing like custom water loops where you got to no. I'm too much of a spaz for that shit. Rich, play some Fall Guys. I'll pause Sopranos and load up my PC if you want to do stream on full now. Can't get a group together from the stream. Let's go. That means I would have to switch over to that computer, and that would have to stop the stream, and that would make my butt cheeks tingle. Games you're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls. Trying to think what the hell else is coming out this year. What is coming out? There's something coming out like in a couple days, isn't there? Godfall. Yeah, the Godfall does look better. Your GameStop is doing in-person pre-orders. Okay. Not Cyberpunk. I could give a fuck about Cyberpunk. Yeah, I like... I'm looking forward to Cold War, because I've been so into fucking Call of Duty lately. The full word is censored for some reason. Do you think the PS5 game, so that the full word is censored? What full word? Okay. Do you think the PS5 will be the best-selling console of all time? No. But it will do very well. Do you think it's easier, better to pre-order new consoles with PayPal? I like using PayPal, especially if you're buying something privately from somebody. So if they fuck you, you can protect yourself. That didn't sound right, but you get my point. My GameStop is doing in-person pre-orders. Well, your GameStop, that's actually probably a smart thing to do. I mean, how many are they going to have? Like 20? Just stay like 20 feet away from everybody. 6 feet is not enough, and wear a mask. Have you played Among Us yet? No. Tavares Griffin. Rich, was you able to get a 3080? Nope. And what do you think? They will restock? I have no fucking clue. I kind of don't care, though, because I know they're coming out with Pizza. They're coming out with 3080 Ti's, and I'm hearing even the 3090 is not that much of a jump over the 3080, so I'll wait for the Ti's and the Supers. Super. Thoughts on Five Nights at Freddy's? Volume is kind of low. Okay, I could fix that. How is it low though? I'm looking at my meters, man. I'm almost gonna clip. I'm almost gonna distort because it's too loud. I don't know what thermal paste is or how to do it, but Red Dead 2 and Need for Speed here he is getting stutters as well. Well, you got to look up a tutorial, man. It's actually one of the easier things to do on a PC. But, clean off your old thermal paste, put a little pea-sized dot in the center of the CPU, then screw it back on. Screw back on the cooler. And, yeah. The bass is strong. Is it at Dear West? I could fix that. In my voice? That fix it? Did that fix it? I am drinking Polar Seltzer. This is Tart Cherry Limeade, and it is fucking good. Oh, my God. So I've been playing xCloud. And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, Walter. It's good. I like it. Still a little bit of lag you feel. We're not ready to just go over to cloud gaming any fucking time soon. It's not a Coke can, it's seltzer, boy. The audio is shit. It was fine before. There you go. Now we lower it here. Yeah. Check. But. Okay, now I can't clip. The base is strong. Okay. Will PS4 DLC will be able to be transferred to PS5? Yes. There's no yes. Patrick Flanagan, always wear protection when you have sex. That has been a PSA announcement. Thank you, Patrick. What's the difference between RTX model and, say, a Founders Edition? Well, you're going to have like cards from third-party companies like EVGA and Asus and Zotac that are going to do their own custom coolers on the RTX 3000 cards. They're going to probably come with stock overclocks and all that stuff. So find the card that works best for you. Whereas the RTX Founder Edition is NVIDIA's spec. It's what they want out of the card from the get-go. So, there you go, Phage Libs. Tavares Griffin, LOL, swear, I hate these scalpers. They ruin everything. I agree, man. Damn the scalpers. Tavares Griffin. Eli, you think stores will have PS5 pre-orders in store? Probably not. I have a feeling if you did not get one pre-ordered, you ain't seeing a PS5 till 2021. I have a feeling even if you did get one pre-ordered, you may not be seeing a PS5 till 2021. I may not get any of the 3 ones I've ordered. Does xCloud make Xbox irrelevant? Not anywhere remotely close yet. We're not ready for an all-digital streaming future. It's good, but like say when I play, and I have great connection, have maybe a skip frame here and there. You still like when you play, like here's the thing, even playing on the Switch at 30 FPS, it's still, you feel connected to the game. There's still that little bit of lag that you feel. It's still more than playable, but you still feel that heaviness is, it's not ready for prime time. It's not. Bip, drip, did up and flip. So I'm actually looking forward to the Oculus Quest 2. I find it curious that they're going to stop selling the S, though. The S is great. I understand, and the thing is, we have people want a wire-free VR experience, but yeah, they don't have solid wireless VR tech yet. We're not there yet. And I prefer the Quest mostly for VR. If you want the AAA VR gaming experience, you're always probably going to need a computer. And I know that the Quest, they're going to have the Quest Link where you can use the Quest as a desktop gaming PC VR headset. But there's still compression though, because you have to compress it to transfer the video and data over to the headset. So it's not perfect yet. PS5, you will all be beta testers for bricks. Could be the same for the PS5. PS5, Xbox. Yes, you said both. I was going to say that could be both. Hey, Rich, just wanted to show some appreciation for your excellent reporting. Thank you very much. I'm a reporter would be someone who's like calling, like going places and calling, getting news sources and stuff. I'm a commentator. There's people who actually do the digging and there are reporters, and I don't want to take away from them. But thank you, though. I like giving my take on it. This is something that I would be doing and reading up on these articles, even if I wasn't doing this for a living. But thank you very much, Ren. Sean, hey, Rich, do you think we'll see any supply issues with PS5 physical games? No, but you know what's nice is that now we know, because we're in a digital future, is if I can't get physical copies of games, I'll just download them from the PlayStation Network. How's that cucumber of yours? It's lovely. Are you related to Intro Guy? Dude, I've been best friends with him since 1991. I've known him for 30 years, man. And when he got the job in the area, when he got the job in the area, and he was living in a house with a bunch of creepy dudes who were his roommates, and the wallpaper was like crumbling asbestos. I'm like, look, I got a room for you here. It's local. I won't charge you much. And he moved in. You know, I don't see him that even on his days off. I don't see him that much. You know, he's just a roommate here. How did Sony win this console war so easily again? What do you mean again? The PS3, it was like neck and the PS3 and 360. 360 was outperforming sales-wise the PS3 for a very long time. PS2 they won with the the fifth, that was the 6th generation, excuse me, they won handily. But this generation, it was because how badly Microsoft came tripping out of the gate with the poor marketing, which had a lot to do with Don Matrick. You know, here is the thing. There's a bunch of, even back in 2013, there were a billion different devices that I could stream from, that I could watch movies from. I didn't need Microsoft to give me another fucking device to do that on. And plus, a lot of times I'm watching video or Netflix on my phone. You know what I mean? And everyone and Microsoft was like, "Oh, Kinect, we're gonna like interface with your entire living room," and it was a pile of shit, and it wasn't the right way to go. It actually made the first Xbox, not the Xbox One X, very anemic, even more anemic than the PlayStation 4, which I also think didn't launch with enough compute power on the and the CPU cores were shit. Yeah, it was that was a big reason why Sony won so easily this gen, is because Microsoft just came out stumbling so hard. If it wasn't for Phil Spencer, Microsoft, this generation, I know they didn't sell gangbusters, but this generation would have been totally fucked if Phil Spencer didn't take over the helm. Steven de Armas, I honestly feel like Xbox Series X pre-orders will end up like the RTX 3080s, and that scalpers went up with 95% of the Xbox Series stock. It could very well be the case. Hopefully Microsoft can mitigate that. I was looking at Lotion. I was looking at eBay RTX 3080 listings and saw a rubber peepee as the listing picture for one of them. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, if you don't have internet, get a 360. I'm Don Matrick talking to Jeff Keighley and saying one of the stupidest fucking things I could say on the eve of our next-gen console. Oh, fuck, man. If you don't have internet, get a 360. Yes, oh yes. Tablets sell. 300 must be rich because I spent... What are you talking about, dude? I'm not even sure what you're talking about. I know you said that you're... Are you talking about... You mean literal tablets? I thought you were talking about the Switch tablet part. I get what you mean. Because I forget to unplug it. And honestly, Apple has the smart charging tech in it, so I don't really have to worry about it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 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 I'm here to escape my thoughts. Why? What's wrong with you, Angie? What do you mean you're here to escape your thoughts? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, he went to fucking Zynga. He went to Zynga, and he fucked up Zynga, too. That's what happens, though, when you get to that level in society, when you become one of the elites. No matter how much you fuck up, you're always going to find another, like, people, because you always got a buddy that works at another corporation that'll get you another 7 or 8 figure job. And hey, if you fuck it up again, at least you got, you know, you'll get in your contract, you'll have a golden parachute of a few million, and, you know, you could jump around from company to company. You're just having a panic attack. How often do you have those? Well, I can't share my shit. I have a medical card. I can't share it. Cannot share. It's illegal to share. You have to be approved to get the edibles. May 2021, the all-new GTA 5 for PO. Fuck me. You're trimming. What are you trimming? Your ass hairs? Weed makes your OCD act up. See, it gets rid of like that pinging anxiety that I have. You know, it gets rid of that for me. That's what I like about it. I'm not, like, even now, I took a little more probably than I should, but I'm not out of my mind. I mean, I'm saying I'm being an idiot, but it's kind of fun. Yes, this is the party, Vara. But I'm still fully in control, man, and just not to have that constant anxiety. Angie Nash, I used to have those, man. I know what that's like, and that sucks. I'm sorry that you're going through that. Do you think the Xbox Series X will introduce VR? I think they'll just work out something with a third-party company. Maybe they'll work with Oculus. Maybe they'll work with, I don't know, Steam with the Valve Index. Maybe they'll do something like that, but they're not going to make their own, I don't think. But that would be fine if you just if you could hook up Oculus Quest 2 to the Xbox Series X. Your tea is ready. Are you going to get the Mario Game & Watch? I got my pre-order from Amazon UK. It ships to the States. Thoughts? Maybe I should do that. I want one. To be honest, as someone who jumped ship from the 360 to PS4, Microsoft was already on a path downhill. After 2010, they only cared about Kinect. Remember Project Milo? Yep. And then Phil Spencer was like, yeah, that was all... Then Phil Spencer was like, that was all a mistake. And fixed it. Hey, Rich, my 13-year-old is asking for a gaming PC for Christmas with money being tight. Should I steer him in the next-gen console or just bite the bullet? I would think the Xbox Series S, because here's the thing. I know PC gaming can be very affordable, but here's the thing. There ain't no PC that's doing 1440p and ray tracing like a Series S for $299 in 2020. Secondly, if you're getting a pre-built PC is just... I'd rather you build... Yes, they're becoming more affordable, but there's just too many horror stories I have with them personally. The guy who built it, cut through one of the wires so it wouldn't work when it got it shipped to me. And this one was a complete disaster, this Threadripper rig. I basically had to rebuild the whole fucking thing. I would say get him an Xbox Series S for $299, 1440p, 120 FPS, ray tracing. It's a way to go. It's a good way to get into next-gen gaming without having to break the bank. I mean, $299 isn't cheap, but it's a hell of a lot more affordable usually than consoles are. Patrick Flanagan, it's time for some exposure. Expose myself to you. Do you think next gen will have game sharing? I don't know. Probably. If they're doing it now, probably. I never did anything because mostly I game on PC and Switch. Finally making use of my... I need some more seltzer. Finally making use of my two M.2 slots and bought two Crucial P5 1TB NVMe drives. Great upgrade over my SATA SSDs. We'll move the data from my mechanical drives to the SATA SSDs and game on NVMe's. Welcome to... the minimum I'll game on now, or do anything, or video edit on, or anything is on a SATA SSD. I don't fuck with mechanical drives anymore. Maybe if I'm really in a money pinch, or I'll maybe do a solid state hybrid drive where it's mechanical and an SSD. GameStop should become a cafe to hang out and game. In 2020, dude, that stuff stopped in like the 80s and 90s, man. You know, unless they become like a bar. But now with the pandemic is that shit's gonna be on hold for much longer than people think. It's over for GameStop. Any word on the 6X exposed shirts with your face? Can you get me one and I'll send you a message on Twitter? I gotta figure out for the bigger sizes, man. I'll figure it out. I'll let you. I'll ask them and I'll let you know in a stream. You know the deal. For me to take off my shirt. Smoking weed and watching your live streams helps. Thank you for talking to me. Yeah, Now, do you get yours from? You don't have to worry about it. I mean, I'm legal and get mine from a dispensary, and I have a card. Do you get yours from a dispensary? Do you get yours from a dispensary? No, it doesn't give me the munchies at all. I mean, I've heard that they've actually GMO'd out that trait, but I don't know. Some people are different, though. Everyone's different, man. Like, I don't get them. I don't get the munchies at all. Low definition graphics. What is low definition? You do realize even with my 2080 Ti, I game mostly in 1440p, right? Because it's a great resolution. It still looks good on bigger screens, and it's much less pixels that your GPU has to push. You don't get it from a dispenser. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't make me hungry at all. Like, I'm not going to eat anything after this stream. I'll drink seltzer. I'm sure it depends on the strain, too. Sure, it depends on the strain. Girlfriend and I played Mario 3D All-Stars, and to be honest, we were both disappointed with significant lack of extras, such as behind-the-scenes artwork and Yeah, it just... I was psyched for it, and I'll admit I went over the top on Twitter. I was like, oh, the Mario All-Stars just made Nintendo win 2020. What? I wasn't smoking anything or taking any edibles that day. Why I said that. Yeah, it's just really solid emulation. That's all they did. Really solid emulation. I mean, I would have even been happy if they just made Mario 64 run at 60 frames a second. The community did it. Like, work with the community. You know what I mean? Be right back, guys. Just got to pee real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I agree with Mario All-Stars. I don't get what they were doing. It was a weird... It just kind of seemed like Nintendo was like, oh, fuck, we need something must-have for the holiday season. And, that was it. That was all it seemed like. No, I'm not smoking weed on stream. Oh, crap. I never went to pee. I just went to go ask somebody something. Oh, well. I'll hold it in for now. How was your day? First day not working in over a month, and I feel guilty. What the fuck? But at least I'm relaxed. What do you do? Did you have work for a month straight, man? Playing Fear for the first time. Do you find the game scary? I personally don't. Oh, crap. Am I going to get arrested? So, I mean, hey, if you enjoy it's great games. I'm not a fan of Mario Sunshine. I can't get into Mario Sunshine. It just is not a Mario game to me. But you know, hey, if you like the games, you like the games. I'm also baked. Also, Kamala Harris should debate Trump on Joe Rogan. Let Sleepy Joe Biden in the corner for 4 hours. But let Sleepy Biden sleep in the corner. How much does the RTX 2080 Ti cost? I'm seeing people selling it for like $500. Man, if you bought one of those cards recently, oofa, 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 oofa. Just finished my PC build, 2080 Ti, which will still do plenty of good gaming. Gen 4 SSD, 3700X, nice monitor. Cost me about $4,000. I game at 1440p, 165 hertz. Next gen consoles are bonkers value. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, especially for the S. It's going to have hardware ray tracing acceleration and 1440p, 120. Like, come on, man. Ring Fit Master. Nintendo got very lazy. According to reports, 3D Mario All-Stars was in development for 6 months or less. Nintendo put little to no... Yeah, they just made sure that it was going to run stable, and that was it. No, there was no effort put into it, and it's very disappointing. Very disappointing. I'm the guy a week ago that worked a 100-hour week, full stack web. Oh, yes, I remember you telling me that. Also, the Moonlight Seltzer guy from last night. Okay, I remember you telling me that about your job. 60 FPS caused a lot of issues in Mario 64. Don't be fooled. Yeah, from the community. But they still tried to do it, though, and it was pretty impressive, man. Yeah, people don't realize the Series S is a hell of a value. I mean, look, there's people out there who just don't. And as a person, the meme is gone that I can't build I've built a PC in a live stream. I've built a PC in a video. I built another PC in a video. But PC building can be a pain in the... And if you just want a game and don't want to think, and there's a lot of people who just want to pick up a controller and play some Call of Duty at night or play Demon's Souls or whatever the case may be, the consoles are the way to go. And to have a Series S that'll just give you those good, solid third-party experiences and the occasional Microsoft exclusive, hopefully more down the line there'll be more exclusives because they bought a bunch of studios. It's a great option.
Great option.
So, Drandai, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Super chat, DualSense. I just think, look, I don't care. I kind of have Griffin Gaming's take. I don't care that Sony made like Horizon Forbidden West and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I forgot what other game also for the PS4. They aren't just PS5 exclusives. It just, and look, I get why they're doing it. But it is hypocritical. Like, we believe in generations, and we want to take advantage of generations, and they're not doing it. They're doing exactly the opposite of what they said. Xbox Series S with Game Pass is good value for the... It's good value even if you aren't a casual gamer. Say you're a person on a budget. Say you're having a tough time this year because of what happened with COVID and you got furloughed or you got laid off or you got a pay cut or whatever the case may be, and you still want something to do. Xbox Series S is a fuck of a value. You go, what? Yeah, the vid's interesting, Mari. Yeah, that's what I mean. Look, I think from an exclusive standpoint, as of now, it could change, that the PlayStation 5, if you're an exclusives person, is the way to go. But if you just want to play the third-party games, I'm kind of thinking the Series X for the definitive console third-party, not the definitive version that's always going to be PC, is the way to go. And if you're just looking for next-gen on a budget because things are tight, which is very understandable with what's going on in the world, 1440p, ray tracing, and, I mean, it's not going to be in every game. In certain games, 120 FPS. You really, really can't go wrong with that. You really can't. You ain't building a 1440p ray tracing PC for $299. The graphics card alone, like I said in my video today, I think I said it today. I was also stoned when I recorded those. The graphics card alone is going to cost you $299 for a PC, and you're getting a whole working console, you know. Kel's Zodic. Gotta put this down. I'm going to buy a Series S just so I can play my Game Pass games on it and won't have to download them on my main PC. Yeah, dude, there's so many... It's almost at that... I feel like from a mental or psychological standpoint, I feel like $249 becomes impulse buy. $299 is still like, it's close to impulse buy, but it's still that 300 price point. It's like, hey, but they're almost there, and you're gonna stare. It's almost like Wii territory. I think the Wii was 250 when it first came out, right? Thinking, where it's like, man, I could just, all right, you know, I'm not really into any of the Xbox exclusives, but I could just get a Game Pass, get a whole bunch of games with Game Pass, and then I'll get a PlayStation 5 as my main next-gen console, and boo. I don't know who Boo is. Don't ask me about Boo. What the fuck are you doing? Make a vid, build a PC high on edibles. That might be an interesting idea. I don't know if my sponsor would want me to do that, though, because that's the next time I'm doing a build. I'm hoping to get a PS5 from my small town Walmart. Hope you can get one. I hope you can. You know, I got something interesting. Usually I get a whole bunch of emails that they tell me to review stuff and I tell them to piss. Or I'll actually get the product and it's really, really, really bad. And it's just not even worth my time making a video on. Why is that twisted? But this company actually wants to send me a portable 4K touchscreen OLED monitor. That I will find interesting to review. It could still suck, but that's a hell of a thing to try out. Do you think we will see the Super TI RTX 30 with probably next 6, maybe 3, but definitely next 6? Extra 100 for a PS5, can't afford it, then don't money. Thank you. Think GTA 5 will finally run 60 FPS on, hopefully, for fuck's sake. If you're going to keep milking it, Rockstar, at least give people 60 or even give them 120. 120, give them a 120 option. I wouldn't hold my breath for 120 FPS games on 4 on Series S. It may hit 120 at 1080. I doubt 140. Granted. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Console optimizations? I'm out of seltzer. Gonna drink one caffeinated one. Got my HP mixed reality headset and controllers, 175. You got to keep it live. HP has a mixed reality headset. I didn't even know they fucking had one. People are gonna buy the PS5 just to have 2K and Call of Duty because who cares? Did you see the new Digital Foundry Eurogamer article on all the backwards compatibility enhancements to the Series S? They really nailed it. No, I did not. I have to look at it because I'll probably make a video on it because it's kind of interesting. What if bots were from NVIDIA just to up the price? Nah, that shit would leak. I don't think so. I don't think so. What would you say my cost will be if I want to build a gaming rig of equal power to the PS5 or Series X? You're probably looking at about $1,000 to $1,200. I mean, think about it. A console that's at least capable, not saying all games are going to do it, of doing 1440p at 120 FPS with ray tracing, which the Series S has ray tracing hardware acceleration built in. You ain't building that for $299. Rich, what PS5 titles are you looking forward to in the coming years? I'm guessing the new God of War. Ratchet and Clank, which is there. That's not coming years. It's coming sooner. My butt. Maybe because that's we're stupid. Tomorrow I travel back to California. Where are you right now, Mari? What do you think of Boogie mocking my intro? I don't care. I'm not going to make a response video of that. I mean, it is what it is. He said his piece. I said my piece. He had a bad take on the Series S. I called him out on his bad take. And that's it. Dude drinks seltzer like it's beer. Hey, there's nothing wrong with seltzer. It's like it's bird. It's a bird. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's seltzer. It's look, the thing with Boogie, man, is it's funny because he texted me. And he texted me almost right after I made that video. And his whole thing is that I'm like, dude, just make your video about me. If you're going to respond to me, I don't care. Like, just respond. It's not, here's the thing. You have my number, so I consider you a friend, and a friend would tell me first. And I'm like, oh, God, you sound like Pat the NES Punk. I'm not, like I said before about Boogie, the feds aren't investigating you, Boogie. I'm not talking about a very delicate, serious criminal investigation. I'm just talking about your fucking take on the Series S. Like, I'm not talking about you as a person. I'm talking about the Series S, and your take sucked. Like, what do I... Hi, Boogie. I'm just gonna let you know real quick. I'm gonna just make a little video on you. Hope you don't mind. Call me later if you want. And the thing is, too, beyond all that, do you think, I think I've said this before, too, do you think he would have given me permission? Do you think you'd be like, all right, cool? No! No! Let me check something real quick. Let me check something. Yeah. Come on. Oh, shit. I just smacked my mic. Is there any information on whether the PS5 controller will be backwards compatible with PS4? No. Probably PC, but not right away. I just got hired for my first job yesterday. Congratulations. I was hired right on the spot, too. I was super nervous for nothing. Wish me luck, Daddy. Good luck. Hopefully the job isn't living hell, because usually jobs only hire you on the spot. Usually are pretty terrible, because I've been hired on the spot, too, and those jobs were nightmares. With new gen specs, how good would the anti-aliasing be, or that can't be determined? It probably have. I'm sure different companies with their engines are going to have different anti-aliasing techniques, maybe FXAA, TAA, whole bunch of stuff. Is that real? Anyway, so it would depend on each company and what developer what they use, and I'm sure that I'm sure that the X will have better aliasing in certain games than the Series S due to the GPU power, so. For Jeremy B, Sony should make the next wave of PS4 be done in stores or make small batch online and most done in stores. Next wave of PS5. No, not during the pandemic, man. I don't agree. PS5 pre-order should still be online. Or make batch online. No. Not in stores. A 2-wire. Spider-Man, Horizon, and 2 use dual sense gimmicks, and one of the reasons it was a PS5 game. Now they on PS4. Why can't I use my PS4 controller and PS5? Because they want you to spend the money on PlayStation 5 controllers. I knew that was bullshit. I mean, yeah, the DualSense has some nice extras, and it does look like a step forward, but probably most of that is going to be gimmicks in the end. Won't be enough PS5s out by 2020 to match or exceed previous sales. Thoughts on Sony's silence? Well, they've denied that they cut back on their production, but we'll have to see. So, I'm drinking seltzer. Rich, what is my favorite gaming console? Honestly, is a Switch. Ah, you enjoy my thumbnail. It's amazing now I'm actually surprised. I almost have 2,000 people here on a spawn cast night. On a spawn cast. See, this is why I switched over to this format, man, because I knew it would bring in more people. I also know what's helping is that what have I missed, like 3 days in the past 4 months of streaming at most. Robin Avery, you've never tried the Switch? Why? Why have you never tried a Switch? You know, like I knew that format couldn't have lasted. And this is much easier on people's eyes. And on top of it, too, between the better production and even though there really is no production, it's just me looking at a very nice camera and talking into a mic, it's still easier on the eyes. Like my butt. God of War Ragnarok will most likely not be PS5 only. Probably not. Won't be enough PS5s out by 2021 to match or exceed previous sales. Thoughts on Sony's silence? Oh, okay. I missed that part. They want you to try to buy a PlayStation 5. And oh, look, oops, the game's also for the PS4. Did we not mention that? If the digital PS5 and Series S consoles end up being a third of the market, how many years does GameStop have left? I would say 5 at most, probably 3. Probably 3. And we'll see when they're going through their death gasps, we're going to see them like restructure 3,000 times, and they're going to try different things. I could even see them trying to get back into mobile, or maybe do something weird like try to become a streaming service, but nothing is going to work. Rich, do you think we'll be able to re-download our PS4 games we bought digitally to our PS5, or will it be only? I think no. If anything, they'll just let you download digitally, but no, digital and disc. Hey, Rich, I heard NVIDIA are going to ship a lot of cards in December. Is this true? I want to upgrade my 1050 Ti. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on that yet. Haven't heard anything on that. Hey, Rich, I'm thinking of getting an iPad Pro. I'm a digital artist as a hobby, and I broke the glass on my 7th gen. I want to go all the way with size, mobile Wi-Fi. Do you recommend? See, I still love my fucking iPad. What bothers me about Apple, though, is like things like xCloud, where I'm having the cloud gaming on my Google Pixel 4a. They don't let things. They have a very big walled garden around their ecosystem. However, Jeremy, if you don't care about things like xCloud and you're looking for a great content creation device where people even edit 4K video on their iPads, I would say the iPad Pro is the way to go, and yes, I highly recommend it. Just know that sometimes you have to deal with Apple's bullshit, though. Bara, do you think AMD will do a better job than NVIDIA in protecting its cards from bots? Probably not. There may not be as much of a demand for them, too, so it won't get botted as much. Yeah, the new iPad Air is shockingly sweet. It just pisses me, like xCloud on this. xCloud on this would be a dream. Takes 2 seconds to pair up a Xbox One X controller, or Xbox One controller, excuse me, so long as it's the newer one that has Bluetooth and their proprietary wireless. And it would be perfect on there. The big, beautiful 120 hertz screen. I know max the games could do is 60 FPS, but you get my point. Iron Buddha Gaming. I'm already fairly antiquated with how horrible the position I got is. Acquainted with how horrible the position I got is. Courtesy clerk at grocery store, just from being around friends and family. Courtesy clerk? What is it, like a front door thing? While morally wrong, is Bounce Alert illegal? As of now, no. And as much as I fucking hate them, it would be a slippery slope to make them illegal, because then it's like, hey man, supply and demand, but they're artificially inflating the supply. There would have to be some carefully crafted legislation to not impede on capitalism but get rid of things like bounce alerts. But it would have to be very carefully written so it wouldn't become dangerous. For Jeremy, yeah, now that I think about it, it would be bad for a lot in-store pre-orders. I still haven't got my order yet, so I'm a little mad about it. Yeah, not with COVID. No, not with COVID, man. Do you think Little Big Planet will be worth it? I don't know. Little Big Planet games are pretty good. It'll be interesting to see if it's on next gen. iPad Air or Pro? Doesn't the Air right now have a faster chip than the iPad Pro? Or they both have A14 right now? Yeah, I want to see the UI as well. So you got to let's see what they come. A new Pro is around the corner, isn't it? Even though they just came out with one. I feel like I'm the only one who's happy to pay $500 for literally nothing more than no load times. Everything else is just a bonus. I wonder. I mean, I know the new NVIDIA's new technology will help with compressing and decompressing. Where I think the graphics cards will help accelerate compression and decompression of data, so they could do the same thing that next gen consoles are doing. So that'll be interesting. Any thoughts on using a bot to buy new merchandise for personal use? I'm considering it now that they're getting worse with every new product release. I don't know. It's tough because I get it, because you just want to buy one for yourself. But I don't know. It's a gray area, man, and I don't even really know what I could say about it. That one guy in the chat who gets mad when he asks the streamer a question, basic chatter puts a thought that he really wants the streamer to read and reply. That used to be me. That's why I super chat. And people have to realize here, there's people super chatting. Obviously, if you're supporting the show, I'm going to answer you. And there's over 2,000 people here. When there isn't super chats and stuff like that, I go back to the regular chat, but I still may miss you. Now there's a little less than 2,000, but there's around 2,000 people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one person, you know? Hey, Rich, what do you think are my chances of snagging the Xbox Series X pre-order on Tuesday? I don't know. Bots make me nervous. I don't know if they're going to do something to mitigate that. I have no clue. Zavluminia, thank you for becoming a member. Have you tried Borderlands 3? Yeah, it's okay. My favorite was Borderlands 2. You handle all the comments like a pro. Robin, I try. I have tried Borderlands 3, like I said, though. Ray, Rich, where do you think the best place to pre-order Series X? GameStop, Best Buy. Yes, GameStop, because they're not going to shut down by 2021. You're fine. So, GameStop, Best Buy, Target, Walmart. Probably the last place I'd personally want to pre-order anything gaming related from, because I've had bad experiences with virtually everything I've pre-ordered. When it comes to like pre-release, Amazon is great. Prime is second to none. During normal times, Prime 24 to 48 hours. You order something, it's at your door. It's like almost like you hit a button, it's almost right there. With COVID, it's been different, but it's a Prime I love for just ordering things. But when it comes to pre-orders with gaming related stuff, they've always fucked me, man. So everything else, I love ordering Prime because it's convenient, it's easy, it's fast. But pre-orders, I order from other places. I get to retrieve shopping carts, clean poo off the walls in the bathroom. See, I wouldn't do that, and other fun stuff like that. I'm ready for the challenge, actually. Well, good, man. It'll build your character. Just make sure you wear gloves when you clean the bathrooms. Oh, man, and you're cleaning bathrooms during COVID? Dude, run. No, will it be the same issue with Xbox pre-orders? Probably. Hey, Rich, as a Best Buy employee, it's been really tough trying to explain the PS5 3080 situation. We just go in the next day with no heads up. I'm sure, and I'm sure there's idiots there being idiots. Like, why can't I get one? No one can, you motherfucker. Even though I have 3 PS3. I have 5 PS5. I have 3 PS5 pre-orders. I may get none. And the only reason I have 3 is, like I explained before earlier in the chat, is because, in the stream, I mean, is because I thought my GameStop pre-order was really shaky, and someone in the stream said, well, Rich, they have the digital edition pre-order on GameStop's website in a bundle. So I'm like, all right, just in case, I'm going to pre-order it on Amazon too. And I ended up snagging one, maybe. So I was like, you know what? If by some chance I get, because I got the disc version from Walmart, I got the digital edition from GameStop, and I got a bundle from GameStop, and I got the digital edition from Amazon. If I just so happen to get all 3 at my door, and all 3 are in perfect working order, they're all ifs, I will end up giving one away on my unboxing video of the PS5. It'll be a giveaway. If. And trust me, I want that to happen too, because usually I don't do giveaways, but I will for something big like that. And 2, it would bring a lot more traffic to that channel if there was a genuine giveaway. And I'm willing to deal with the drama and all the conspiracies. Rich actually gave it to one of his friends and pretended they were a subscriber, even though I would never do something like that. Because people always say that. You just know that person. Yeah, that's what it was, man. I would ruin the credibility of my entire channel and livelihood to hook up a friend with a graphics card or PlayStation 5. Hey, Rich, I know this is off topic, Evan P., but is there a way to watch your old or recent streams? Yes, there should be a stream playlist in this description where you, because I only unlist them. I don't make them private. I just unlist them and put them in a public playlist, so if people want to go back and check them out, they can. I'm usually at work, and this is the first stream I caught, and it's really entertaining. Thank you, Evan P. I appreciate that. Let me know if that's in the description. Should be in. I can't check now. Or yes, I can. Yes, I can. Check out Satisfies Ass Cheeks. Oh no, it's not. So why do horses? Check out. Yeah, why would I even have RTU streams and Cameo? I haven't done Cameo in ages. I probably should check this, huh? What an idiot. What a fool. Okay, let me see if I can find my playlist here real quick. I'm gonna. All right, let me save that right now. I gotta look for my playlist, man. As an added bonus, I'll finally get to tell the bathroom horror stories of my own. But thanks for the advice, man. I plan to take on all the precautions I can. Yeah, be careful with that, dude. Much love, Daddy Rich. Thank you, Logan Fisher. James Toller, I feel bad even considering using a bot, but none of these companies do anything about the problem. I bet money Xbox launch is a nightmare. Me too. It's a great... I wouldn't... Let's put it this way. I wouldn't hold anything against you if you did. Until there's some kind of regulation on it so this shit can stop without encroaching on capitalism, you got to do what you got to do to get the shit you want to get. And if you're not actually going to scalp them and try to resell them, you know, like I said, I wouldn't hold it against you. I don't condone it, but I wouldn't hold it against you. I got a PS5 from PlayStation Link, and I still feel bad. No, why would you feel bad, man? I'm disappointed with how frustrating Super Mario Sunshine is to play on Switch. It was so intuitive on GameCube with pressure triggers. It's so clunky on the Pro controller. It was just an afterthought. Why? It would just put... I don't know. To me, it's like... I feel like Mario Sunshine's the black sheep of all of them. It's the fucking black sheep. Like, just put They should have. You know what they should have done? This would have been the perfect Mario 3D All-Stars. Remake Mario 64. Make it run at 60 FPS, 1080p, reduce some of the assets. They even have... It's such a... Like, what they did to because, listen, man, they were... What was it? Only like 100,000 textured polygons on screen per second on the N64? Or something around that. It was low. The poly count that you could have on screen was low. So when Mario, now everyone's making me call him fucking Mario, and I'm doing it subconsciously. Mario was far away. To cut down, they would go to a super low poly Mario where he looks like a Minecraft character. They didn't even change that. It's just emulated, man. It's just emulated. Most op gun in Modern Warfare 2019. I use it's a fully fledged machine gun. I don't know exactly what category it's in. I don't know the fucking categories. I used that overpowered gun. Which shotgun do I use, man? It's like someone could be it's pump action. And man, I could get people from way too far with a shotgun, man. It's kind of fun though. Just a reminder, you have to pee. I guess I don't have to pee as bad as I thought I did. I went to go ask someone something. I'm that kind of a guy in the chat on Twitch. I understand that one person who can only read so much at a time. Don't worry, I will always support you. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. What is the pump action shotgun? Like, there's actually a preset loadout you could get that has it in there. Where it has a sniper rifle and that shotgun, man. I mean, it has its limitations. I don't use it on every map, but there's some maps, if you're like in a close quarters map, it's just like, it's not fair. It's not fair. I haven't touched Mario 64 since 1999. It's asked to me now. But see, now that game aged well. It did age well. But my thing is, I could play the original Mario 64 and still have a great fucking time. It's a masterpiece of a platformer that changed the entire industry. But with a collection like think about the 3D, think about the All-Stars collection for the Super Nintendo. Every single game was remastered. That was what All-Stars was about. This, they just, all right, we're just going to do solid emulation and upscale Mario 64. Super Mario Sunshine, we're just going to make run at 720p, and I even make it run at 60. That game I may actually like it if it ran at 60. And Mario Galaxy already ran at 60. You know what? Like, they didn't do anything. All these people complaining about the size of the games is so annoying. Red Dead over 100 gigabytes, Destiny 2, 60 gigabytes, Far Cry 5, 50. Get over it already. Yeah, but if we're going to a digital future, hard drives are going to get filled, man. And it's going to be inconvenient and a pain in the ass. Mario Galaxy runs at 60. Mario Sunshine runs just at 720p 30, and Mario 64 only runs at 720p 30. My nipples are so swollen. Yes, I've seen Boogie's response vid. Game size matters when we have capped internet. That is true, too. I didn't even think of that. When are you going to review tech and not clickbait? I actually like doing clickbait just so you could give small super chats just to ask me. Again, I appreciate every single dollar that comes in, but and I actually have reviewed with tech recently. The Pixel 4a. Did a full 10-minute review on it, man. Go check that out. Go check it out. Check it out. Da-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na. If rights weren't an issue, what 3 games would you put in a James Bond collection? The only one I really enjoyed was GoldenEye for the N64. And honestly, that game, Mario 64 has aged well. Not necessarily graphically. But it's aged well in terms of its gameplay ability. GoldenEye didn't. It was so mind-blowing back then because you weren't used to a game like that on console. But now going back to it, it runs at like 15 frames a second. The controls are awkward. And I mean, classic game, another game that changed the industry. And, but it wasn't really until the original Halo. That's when finally first-person shooters on console felt right. That was when they finally figured out this is how first-person shooters should be on console. Legend of Zelda Collection is coming out next. Probably Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker. Yay! I won't be picking that one up. The Mario 64 community PC port open source is a better remaster than when Nintendo publishes All Stars. I know, isn't it? Run a someone got to send me a link to that. I would love to try that. It runs at 64 frames a second. 60 frames a second, right? Check it out. I want people to stop saying Mario 3D All-Stars is worth 60. It's not worth 60. Not worth 60. I should have been 30. If they actually remastered the games, I would say they could probably do $49.99. Like if Mario 64 looked like Mario Odyssey graphically, okay, they could do $49.99, not 60. It's a ripoff. My privilege, Rich. What about entitlement 2020? What did you say before? I don't even remember, dude. Why hasn't Sony or Microsoft shown off the SSD more? They have talked quite a bit about it. Prince is good, but I can't pre-order a PS5, so who cares? It can't get what I want, Rich, hope you're doing well. What programming language would you say is the best for game development? I'm sure isn't C++ still a thing? Dude, I'm too dumb to be a game programmer. The only thing I took was BASIC in high school, and I stole the code from one of my friends. And I remember the teacher's name too. She's probably, I won't say her name just in case there's some very off chance that she's still alive. But I remember she was a woman with a really strong southern accent like this, and I was sitting there. We swapped the disc real quick, and she didn't catch me. And I was like, "Thanks, man. Thanks for hooking me up with the code." Because my friend John sat right next to me, and she puts her hand on my shoulder, and her face was right next to mine, and she was like, "If I ever." I can't prove it, but if I ever find out that I see you taking someone else's work and just slapping your name on it, you'll be expelled, boy. But the worst part about that is her breath smelled like a horse shit in her mouth, and then the horse went in her mouth after it shit in her mouth to go die in there, and the horse was rotting in her mouth as well. She had one of the worst breaths I've ever smelled. Should I get the new iPhone for 5G or wait until the tech hit? Don't buy any phone for 5G. It's just like when back in 2010 with the Evo, where it had 4G and it was Sprint's own proprietary 4G tech called WiMAX, which they actually folded and stopped doing. Don't buy a phone. And 3G was still honestly, I mean, there's still 3G signals now, but 3G was still the main infrastructure until 2012. In 2013, you could finally get a bunch of 4G signal, at least around me. Having to wait for the next wave of PS5s on release day makes me a sad little girl. It is what it is, dude. Gee, who knows, though? You may make you lucky where you'll get one without any technical issues. So you got a good one. Is it true that the loading times will be faster on the PS5 and the Series X? Well, if we go by the paper specs of the I/O throughput of the SSD tech that's inside the PlayStation 5, yeah, it should be faster. Should be. Unless Microsoft got some other trick up their sleeve. Or some other lotion in their basket. I gotta pee. How you doing? Yes, please find that. Is it true that... So, yes, please find that link. I'll look for it right now for you, man. How about that? I'll look for it right now for you. Review Tech USA live streams. Why am I looking on Google? Let's see if you can actually find them on Google. Yeah, it's the playlist right here. Oh, shit. Yeah, and yep, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let me share this playlist. Come hang out with a man with a beard. Come hang out with a man with a butt. Yeah. So, Richard. Here we go. My live stream. Oh, wait, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Stop! Live stream playlist. Pour some syrup on it, Daddy. Oh, wait, did I actually paste the link? Wait. Wait, to come my live stream playlist. There it is. There it is. All right, it's going to be in there. It's going to be in there. All right, so it's there. It's there. It's there for you. So there you go, Evan. It's in the description now. Go check it out. Slow mode is too slow. Do you want me to, I'll go to 30 seconds. I'm not going to shut off slow mode, though, because with almost 2,000 people here, that will be hibbida, hoobida, hebida, hobida. So let's put it on 30. We'll go to 30. There. Cut it in half. So there you go, Evan. It's in the description. It's in the description. Eric Hutchins, if Nintendo released another collection, what games would you like to see remastered? I would like to get into the Metroid Prime series, so I want to see them bring it to the Switch, but I want to see them actually, like, update controls, update textures, not just plop the games on the fucking console. Just cancel my Super Mario 3D All-Stars order. So disappointed Nintendo for putting such... Yeah, they put bare bones. I'm shocked. Nintendo usually doesn't do that shit. Especially when they want you to spend 60. Whew, man. Patrick Flanagan. I have thick, creamy lotion in my basket, if you know what I mean. Daddy. Today's show about I was exposed. Let's check it out. Check it out. Did you see Boogie's response yet? Yes, I did see Boogie's response. It's fine. His response is luscious. And it is okay that he made a response. The only time I will be against someone making a video on me is if they're putting personal information about my kids, family, or friends, or if they're making up straight up lies. Like, oh, Rich hangs out at a grammar school all day to try to go get little girls. No, I don't do that. That's a lie. You say I'm doing that. That's slander or libel. I'm not sure how that works. I just know that's illegal. Those kinds of things I will try to shut down. But if you think my take, like, that's like me being mad because Griffin Gaming didn't like my take on the Series S. Who cares? You know, that he did Griffin Gaming, you need to ask my permission first, or you need to give me a heads up first before you make a video. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me. I'm actually sub to the guy too. Like, it's no big deal. I don't get why. But I'm just saying, like, if someone says something dangerous that could ruin your credibility, hurt your family, hurt your career, and they're just doing it maliciously, you know, that kind of stuff, yeah, I would take action. But if someone's saying Rich is a dumbass because he actually likes the Xbox Series S or he had the wrong take on something, no, make a fucking video about it. I'm not gonna. Don't ask my permission. Click, 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 clapping cheeks. When are we going to see the true next-gen experience of the Soldier Boy console? It's so funny that I ordered one of them to actually do a video on it, and I never got it. So I had to. I had to cancel it. I had to cancel it, and luckily, PayPal protected me. Ivan Power. Would you rather have an Odyssey 2 or Galaxy 3? Let me play some more Galaxy over the next couple days and see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see the nips. Let me see the nips. Ah. My MSRP Switch shipping from Amazon. I, too, just canceled 3D All-Stars after hearing the controversy. I don't want it either. It's just the games. It's just plain... it's solid emulation. It's just solid emulation. Nothing special. That's it. That's it. There's no extras. They have the soundtracks for the game. Yay! You know, heard you than Boogie are bumping uglies. I slap his ass like a bongo once in a while, and I holler as I do it. So I'm like, ha! That's what I do. I don't know what that was, but that's what I do. And that was very entertaining to watch myself back in the screen doing that. We need an old school celebrity deathmatch champion. Rich versus Book, but there's no verses. There's no verses, Amberclad. I'm not against Boogie. That's the criticism is not beef. You know what I'm saying? It's not beef. Beef. What is this? Some sort of a beef house? Is this some sort of a beef house? I don't come here for beef. Excited for Monster Hunter Rise. Love this series. It actually looks pretty good, and I'm not even a fan of the Monster Hunter series. Thank you, Balante Vasquez, for loving the intros in my video. How about... I don't like veal. Veal has a funk to it. It always has like a gamey taste veal. Beef. Well, Tim and Eric have a series. You could actually purchase it or rent it on YouTube. It's amazing how when you're a little bake that like you have brain pauses. It's like, hey, I was thinking of something. And it's called Beef House with Tim and Eric. It's pretty funny. I never had beef Wellington. It looks fucking good though. Indica versus sativa. I like indica because it relaxes me. Sativa kind of gets me a little, oh no, you know. So, hey, Alex M, how are you? What's going on? Spooky Sprocket, Adam EB Games pre-orders online go live as of midnight tomorrow. At EB Games, that ain't by me because I'm from the States. Ben-Hur, Ben Stiller. That was so funny too. Like, and Tim and Eric are sitting there, like all they do is just have this thing with this guy named Ben-Hur, and there's Ben Stiller, and it's just the theme song where they mixing together the names, and Ben's like, what the fuck was? So what's the premise? What's going? And there was just sign the contract, and he's like, what the fuck am I signing? You just sang a weird fucking song. I don't even know what I'm signing. And then, it was kind of normal, like, you know, he was like, what the fuck? And then he, like, there was, like, a connection between Ben-Hur and Ben Stiller. Edibles, I do edibles. And they go outside, and Ben Stiller's like, look, man, I don't, whatever with them, but there was something between you and me, and could we like, hang out? Or it was just like, It was just such a Tim and Eric thing. I like Ben Stiller. A lot of his movies suck, but I like him. QLED is brighter HDR than OLED and no burn-in, but that's OLED. There's something about OLED. The color is so vibrant. I'm so interested to get this OLED portable 4K touch monitor that's like meant to be your secondary monitor. Oh man, a 4K OLED HD, especially with the next gen consoles coming out. Ben Stiller, man. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. Part of me is glad I didn't secure a PS5 pre-order, Eric Weston says. Kind of want to wait and see if there are any manufacturing errors. Okay. You are right. That is true. But here is the thing, and I am not sponsored by any of the companies that I'm about to mention. Best Buy, GameStop especially, that extra warranty that they ask you to buy it. I don't make a fucking penny if you go get one. It works. So here's the thing. If you buy that warranty, it's like a no questions asked warranty. You could go in there and like, I mean, so long as like, I mean, you could go in there with a broken cracked switch and they'll just replace it. So if you buy that, which I strongly fucking recommend you do, it doesn't really matter at that point, you know? Hey, Richie, ¿Qué onda? I don't know what that means, dude. So that, you know, and it's so funny because I always see like here on CBS Insider, we're going to expose how these warranties at places like GameStop and Best Buy are worthless. And I'm like, worthless to who? I've used them before. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yes, of course, they're hoping that the majority of people don't use them because it's pure profit for them, or mostly profit. Because if you never use it for your product, they just get to pocket most of the money. Of course that there's a financial incentive for them, but if a horse slaps its dong against your Switch screen and you bought the warranty at GameStop, guess what? You're protected against the horse dong. They'll get you a new, look, there's a big horse mushroom tattoo on the screen of your Switch. We'll just get you another one, so long as they have it in stock. My God, the horror in that. So I don't understand why they're so fucking bad. Should I buy the Xbox or spend $400 more PC build? I always say this too, and this is not like, hey, Rich says the same thing over and over again. USA, yes, I do. So shut the fuck up. I know. But anyway, what kind of gaming experience do you want? Do you want to do more than gaming? Do you also maybe want to do maybe photo editing or video editing or some kind of productivity that you can only do in a PC and not on a console? Then I would tell you to go for a console. Then I would tell you to go for a PC, not for a console. That would make no fucking sense at that point. But the $299 Xbox Series S, which in some games is going to do 1440p and 120 FPS, and has ray tracing hardware built in, acceleration built in, excuse me, for $299, you ain't building a PC that could do all that for $299. Just imagine if a horse dick broke your screen on your Switch. Imagine a horse breaks into your house and it has a huge erection and you just get your PlayStation 5 and that horse's huge penis just slaps against the side of your PS5, knocking it over. Well, if you have a warranty from GameStop, you're protected. You're protected from the horsecock. Because horsecock could come at any time. Oh, God, I laughed at my own joke. Fuck. God, that was so terrible. That was so terrible. I never laugh at my own jokes. I just thought of that on the fly. So I guess like, wow, that was actually pretty funny. Because horsecock could come at any time, baby. And if you have a GameStop warranty, you're protected from horse penises breaking your consoles. They should have a fucking imagine having like a YouTube commercial for that. It would get taken down because YouTube in 2020 never would happen. But imagine I made like a commercial or GameStop's like, if you buy our warranty, you'll never have to worry about a wrecked horsecock destroying your console. Take a look at Bob over here. Bob didn't buy a warranty. The next thing you know, a big stallion broke into his house and it had a full erection and knocked over his favorite new gaming console. You never have to worry about that if you buy GameStop's warranty. Oh, man. Have a good night, Sidorico. I don't know where this is like the weirdest thing. Like, see, this is the professionalism you get here. They won't talk about horsecock on the Spawncast. You won't hear about horsecock. I'm like the InfoWars of the gaming industry. Infowars.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing you got to be worried about when you buy a next-gen console is horsecock breaking it. Or on Linus Tech Tips won't be talking about that horsecock breaking your console. I'm sure Linus has had a wrecked horsecock knock over one of his PCs. He's always breaking shit. I guarantee you it's because of horse penis. I can't scream like that, Amber. I love that line, though. And Amber, too, it's funny when he was on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan asked him a question, Alex Jones, just in Alex Jones fashion. You know, I'm kind of retarded. Like, in what context does someone say that? And Joe Rogan just, like, falls over laughing. Oh, my God, man. GameStop warranty issues of them going out of business. All right. But, dude, I think they're going to be around for, like, 3 more years. I still think they got 3 more years. After 3 years, I don't know. They're going to sound like that. Oh, my God. OLED better than... But here's the thing, though. If you don't care about the deep blacks of OLED, I could see why people want QLED. Because QLED, you don't have to worry about burn-in. I mean, you don't have to worry about any of that. But OLED, man, it just... I had a QLED. I had a 43-inch QLED. I was like, small TV for the bedroom. It was the best 43-inch Samsung TV you could buy. And I'm like, all right, man, I hear all this hype about QLED. The picture did look nice in Best Buy. But then I brought it home, and I'm like, this doesn't really look any better than my Vizio. So I was like, I just got a bigger Vizio for less money than I spent on that 43. So I actually saved money getting a bigger Vizio, and actually the picture looked just as good in my opinion. Hey, Rich. Vince from Australia. Do you think the 3090 launch will be just as problematic as the 3080? Yes. Yes. Pigeon Rich is telling you that it will be just as bad. Maybe slightly less bad. Because it costs more, but it's going to be bad. Peck. How can I beat the bots to a new 3090? I don't know. I don't know. Captain Kirk, thank you for becoming a member of Infowars.com. Ben-Hur. Alex Jones is Rich's father. I always love that picture of him where for some reason he's fucking shirtless eating a steak. Like, oh man, him and Putin should be like. And look, I'm not on the Russiagate thing, so this is not why I'm saying that. I think Russiagate is complete bullshit. And it's just a weak sauce fucking thing. But we might lose the election because of Russiagate. No, it's not because of Russiagate. But anyway, I don't want to go into politics, but that's not why. But I'm like, Alex Jones and Vladimir Putin love to be shirtless for some reason. Alex Jones is always ripping off his shirt. Putin's always shirtless. I think that's how you know you officially have a dictator of your country if they always want to be shirtless. That's like the rule. That's like flag number 1 to look for. Rich, sub to you for years, not Boogie, but his video had grace, man. Don't let your ego get the better of you. A little humble pie. Stay grounded. But what was my ego with that? I was talking about his take. There was no ego. My ego was with that he just kind of looked at 4 teraflops and said, yep, crappy system, don't buy it. without looking at all the other benefits to it. You know? Yeah, I that's one thing, man. I admit when I fuck up. I call myself out on bullshit all the time. Like, I don't get egotistical about it, but criticizing someone, you know, for a take where you could tell it was lightly researched, to put it nicely, that's not egotistical, at least to me. I don't know, maybe. QLED is crazy in price right now, and I just don't see, like, I compared it to my TCL, like, almost side by side, and I'm like, and I'm looking at 4K HDR, and I'm just, okay, I'm sure that someone will sit there, but Rich, it has a higher bit color depth than the QLED, and it has this, and it has this, and it's like, okay, whoop-dee, yay. I mean, like, I have no ill will towards Boogie, man. I wish Boogie the best. I hope he could turn his channel around. I hope he could turn his life around, you know. But again, you know, I've called out, like, if you thought that was me being brutal to Boogie there, you should have seen when I called out Pat and Ian for their stupid ass take they had on Diablo Immortal. So if Donald Trump walks around shirtless, that makes him a dictator? No, but that would make him frightening. Because you know he has big plunger nipples. I don't know. I just have this vision of Donald Trump with huge plunger nipples. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm still feeling energized. Maybe because my high is coming down and I'm kind of coming back. Someone left a rusty trombone mark on my Xbox One VCR. Who's already frightening? How early should I go to games? Dude, I don't even know how that's going to work. I personally would not be staying in line with a bunch of people at a store. I have tremendous nipples. During COVID, I strongly recommend against it. But that's just me. I would have went to the stores. But I just don't, you know, I go to Best Buy occasionally, but I go in there, I can literally keep my hands in my pockets, got a mask on, and I usually go with 99.9% of the time with an intention. I don't go shopping. But my butt, I don't remember what the hell. Dude, this is one thing about being zooted. Is that I'll totally lose my train of thought. Jesse Fleming, thank you for all these members are coming in, man. Oh, Alex Jones during, like, you see how he freaks out on a show when he has sex. He is probably like Super Saiyan, like, ah! Like he just probably, and you know that he's, especially now that he's divorced, he's banging every day. He's banging every day. How can you check if a TV is HDMI 2.1? You actually got to look up your model number and look at its specifications. I checked the specs on a few TVs, and I only see how many HDMI ports. If you're looking at a TV that's like less than 1,000, chances are it probably doesn't, but that's probably going to change soon. This is why I would say wait until like November 1st to buy a TV. Because I'm sure they're going to have TVs that are for next-gen gaming, like plastered all over the box, and you'll know they have the features in there. Or your best bet is to go into Best Buy and say, "Look, I'm coming here to look for a TV that'll be compatible with the features of HDMI 2.1 for my next-gen super exciting consoles. Can you give me some recommendations?" And they would. I saw Trump shirtless in WWE. It was tremendous, tremendous nipples. Jesse Fleming. Can't be burned by PayPal, but I did get burned by eBay once. I know I talked about this before. I remember I sold my Samsung Intercept through eBay. This is going back to like 2012 now, or 2011. And I purposely took pictures of it out of the box, showed it working, showed it on, showed the condition it was in back, took the cover off, showed the battery. This is when phones still, even from Samsung, still you could remove the backs and take out the batteries. Showed everything working. Put it in the box. So, like, you could have used the box as a fucking football and drop kicked it and nothing would have happened to that phone. More on who got it for me. He probably broke it when he tried to put a micro SD card or whatever in it. And you sent me this phone broken, it won't turn on. Dude, I show it and I show the pictures, and so eBay like did something and blocked my payment, and I'm like, look, I was like, here are the pictures. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's working. You're right, it's working. You showed it before you shipped it. I mean, I guess in their defense, it could have been that I took those pictures 4 years earlier. But in the end, even with me with photo proof that the phone worked, they gave both of us refunds, which I guess that means I didn't get screwed. But it's like, if you can't defend yourself and the other person's going to get their money back anyway, so I got the money and the person got the money, what the hell's the point, you know? Jesse Fleming, thank you for the super chat. Captain Kirk. Oh my God, you're hilarious. I'm watching you for years. Keep them coming and bring us some Thexy Cocoa, man. Threv Thexy. What monitor, not TV, should I buy for the Series X? Again, make sure it has HDMI 2.1. And look at monitors with high reviews. Dell makes good monitors. LG makes good monitors. BenQ makes good monitors. Gabe Newell makes good monitors. Not Gabe Newell, but the rest of them do. And just, you know. Rich, how early at GameStop Tuesday? I don't know, man, because I'm going to order mine online. Because I'd rather get it a little late than go be on a crowded line at during COVID. Yeah, I got 2 LG monitors right here because I'm setting up a place for my kids, bunk beds, and where I'm setting it up. I had an office in that part of the house, and I have these 2 LG monitors. I'm glad I put them here because they weren't doing anything there. Gabe Newell's probably a hairy dude. He's lost a little bit of weight, and he kind of looks like he looks like the dude from The Big Lebowski right now. What's up, cream cheese? Should I buy a PlayStation 5 at Best Buy? If you could find one, sure. Zach Baker. How much do we need to crowdfund RTU USA, Boogie, Wings of Redemption, and Dude, for my own sanity, I wouldn't want to do that. Could you imagine all of them together? And like I'd have to... No. Yeah. Gabe Newell looks like... He looks like a fatter... not Walter. The dude. With the long hair and the beard and wearing the flip-flops. You know, and you know what would happen. Boogie would be submissive. Wings of Redemption would just get very insecure and angry and probably just walk out. And DSP would think that he knew everything, but end up breaking the whole fucking build. I would just sit there and watch them and not do anything because I would not want to be involved in it. I would just be like, all right, build a computer. If it works, it works. Gabe needs to announce Left 4 Dead 3 and Half-Life 3. Not going to happen. Don't hold your breasts. Or breath. You like my light on that Cyber? That Cyber Powers PC is getting long in the tooth, man. That's a first-gen Threadripper. Rich, I'm out, bro. Have a good Saturday night, dude. Thank you very much, man. TikTok ban, yeah. Review breast USA. Yeah, it's getting banned in an hour, man. Jeff Bridges is the dude. I know. I always talk about with DSP, it just showed where his channel was going. When he filmed an unboxing video while there was a fire alarm going on outside his house. Just think about that a second. Think about that. How long do fire alarms usually... It was in a condo complex, in his condo. How long do fire alarms last? How long do they last? Like maybe 10 minutes? He couldn't have waited. He couldn't have waited to film that fucking unboxing video till after the fire alarm shut off. Oh, it's so legendary. It's so legendary. Oh, Phil. But that was the thing, is that it was about quantity back then for Phil, not quality. And his thing, it's still his shtick to this day. I give you raw, unedited gameplay. I mean, there's live streaming now, so that's a different animal, and that's what he's gravitated towards. He no longer... he barely puts up videos on his YouTube channel, and when he does... what mic is this? This is a Shure SM7B. SHURE SM7B. You know, but that was just, oh, my videos are raw and unedited. I'm like, Phil, that's the problem. People want editing. Oh, God. And he used to point the camera at his TV. That's how he uploaded his videos, which when he first started was fine. But in 2013, when everyone and their mother had capture cards, Phil was still... That's when he finally stopped. He finally gave in. But Phil was still, in 2013, I'm pretty positive, filming his screen with a camcorder to do Let's Plays. Regarding Switch games, would you recommend going all digital, or should I consider buying physical copies? I have a 256 gigabyte micro SD coming with my Switch. I personally like digital because with a portable console, I have a 1 terabyte card in here, which actually you could get now for like $220 to $250, which basically costs as much as the console, I understand, but it's so nice having that much storage. I just download all my games. I have a physical copy of Super Mario 3D All-Stars waiting for me at Best Buy, but 99.9% of my games I just download. Now, the argument can come, and it's a valid one, that when, say Nintendo one day totally goes away from the Switch, which they ain't going to do even for the next one. Switch is going to be a thing for a while. They may drop it like the eShop. And all the games you bought there. Like, I bought a bunch of games on the eShop. I never got to download them on my Wii because I'm an idiot, which is my fault. But now those games are gone. Can't go back and get them. If you have a physical copy, doesn't matter if you sell your Switch, trade in your Switch, you still have a physical copy of the game. So there's that benefit. But with a portable console, I still take that risk and that leap because just having, oh, look, here are every single one of the games I've ever bought. Checking this. And it's right here. So that's a huge benefit. You don't have to worry about losing the cartridges because they're super tiny. You don't have to worry about having to carry them around with you everywhere. Does the PC gaming industry sit back for a little while when new consoles are released? If so, you do realize NVIDIA just announced their 3000 series cards and released them, right? They make plenty of noise when consoles are released. They're making a lot of noise right now. NVIDIA made so much noise because they want to get people away from consoles and buy their cards. Can you name me one monitor to buy with my Series X? I don't know what monitors are going to support HDMI 2.1. I know my LG B9 supports HDMI 2.1. But in terms of monitors, I don't know what monitors have HDMI 2.1 built in. So yeah, when it comes to my Switch and PC, I like games digitally. It's just easier to have all your games on, especially like I said, on a portable console. Because what are you going to do? Especially as a 39-year-old grown man, am I going to sit there with my Switch case with all my little games in there? You know what I mean? Like having everything right here, just turn it on, pick your game, and you're good to go. As far as I know, there's only one monitor that supports HDMI 2.1 and won't be out till 2021. LG B9 does have G-Sync. Yep, has G-Sync. Firmware update, but it has it. It's got that G-Sync. It's still like 250. When I bought the micro SD card, which was worth it because I made an interesting video on it, and it worked out well. But it was like $400. Now it's like $220 to $250 if you find it on sale. But will that work in HDMI 2.1 port to HDMI 2.1 adapter display port? Would you get the features on a display port from HDMI 2.1, or would it just be like HDMI 2.0? I don't know. I'm actually asking. Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking. When I turn her on, I play games as well. Look at this guy, man. Look at this Patrick Flanagan guy here. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It is actually a stream past 2 hours. Thank you so much for coming through, whether you're in the regular chat or super chat. I appreciate all of you. And yes, I will be back tomorrow with more videos. Actually, no, because tomorrow doing stuff with my kids, and I got to do some sponsor spots. But tomorrow night, I'll be back with another stream. Probably stream longer tomorrow, too, because I'll just be streaming. So have a good night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow with another live stream. Have a good one.